Each week, we provide you with an exclusive report in partnership with our friends over at Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Let's check in with CPW for this week's report.
Mountain TV, we're joined with John from Colorado Parks and Wildlife. John, how's the start of summer going for you?
Hey, it's going great. The snowpack was pretty persistent this year with how deep it was, but that high country is starting to clear up, and outdoor activities are really popping here before the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, and John, I was actually out on a bike ride in Frisco, and I came up on a moose kind of out of nowhere, and I'm sure people kind of all around Colorado are running into this. Do you have any tips for people if they're, close to a moose?
Sure. Yeah. The moose population in Colorado is doing really well and even expanding, being seen in some areas where traditionally they hadn't been before. Crested Butte's starting to see some more moose. And here in Southwest Colorado, we see them in a lot more places. It's just really important to remember that when you're recreating in moose country, to always have your dog on a leash. A lot of times that'll trigger a predator instinct in the moose. They see that dog as a predator, and it can cue some, really protective behaviors, especially if you're dealing with a cow moose who has a calf in the area.
And John, some people might be fly fishing right by a river, and there could be a moose right near them. Do you have any tips for these fly fishermen?
Sure. One thing I always think of when I'm out fly fishing, especially if I'm surrounded by some dense willows, you never know what's going to be around that next corner, and to make sure, you're really paying attention. You don't want to have headphones in. You just want to be alert to your surroundings. You come around that corner. If there is a moose with a calf, they are going to be protective. They could charge you, stomp you. And we have seen a few incidents already this year with moose being aggressive with people. So I always want to make sure, if you're in moose country, be extra careful, but give those animals absolutely as much space as you can.
Yep, that's super important. They are amazing creatures, and we love taking pictures of them. But like you said, do not get too close. It's super dangerous. And John, boating safety, it's super important, right? We've got Lake Dillon over here in Summit County, and there's lakes all around Colorado. Do you have any tips for boating safety?
Yeah, CPW is going to be out on the reservoirs and lakes and our state parks this weekend with extra enforcement. Operation Dry Boating's in effect. We're really promoting sober boating and people being safe out there on the holiday weekend. But also our rivers are so high this year with that great snowpack and the runoff. And we've seen already 18 water-related deaths in Colorado. So, if you're going on a rafting trip on your holiday weekend, make sure you're listening to that safety speech you're getting from your commercial guides. If you're going private boating, make sure everybody on your craft has a PFD. Even strong swimmers can have a hard time in these high flows in the cold water. So just make sure you're following all those safety messages that you're getting from whoever's guiding your trip.
Yep, you're right, John. It's great to have fun out there, but you got to be safe while you're doing it. And hit the website, too, for the Colorado Parks and Wildlife. You can get all the life jacket information, all the boating safety info there. And, John, have a great rest of your day, man. We'll get an update from you soon.
No doubt. Yeah, the best part about going outside is, living to tell the story to all your friends the next week when you get back. So everybody be safe out there this week.
All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
You got it.